I realized that in order for me to be the person who I need to be, I need new problems. The same lessons I'm going through, the same problems I'm tired of them. I need new problems. And that's how I know in my life that I'm ready to elevate, because the problems I got now, they making me bored. I ain't with them no more. I need new things. New air. New everything. So what make you so interested?
What you mean? I just want to know about it. You feel me? Like, is March? Well, not March. It's May.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's mental health awareness.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I feel like you use what is it exactly?
Okay, so me, when I say I'm spiritual, like I'm conscious, I'm aware of every decision that I make. I'm aware of the things around me. I know that everything is connected. I know that the mind, body, and the soul is connected. And if one thing is out of whack, then all the rest is out of whack. And I learned that in life, we all got traumas. We all got things we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like based on people's traumas and how they grew up and how we go through in capitalism, it does really show how people do walk around. So I feel like being spiritual and me not being tied to anything and understand that everything is connected, religion, spirituality, everything is connected. It's just called a different thing. And every different religion is called a different thing. So knowing that, I know that everything is connected. I'm more aware and I can deal with people in a different thing. Like me, I'm the type of person I'm human. I get stuck in my feelings. I'll be in my ways. I'll be wanting to fuck shit up too. But I also realize and be like, okay, bitch, it's a lesson. It's a lesson come out of this. You met this person for a reason. This person was here for a season, baby, or they gonna come back. And everybody ain't perfect. And I feel like with social media now, with us, our generation growing up, it does impact us in a bad way when it comes to relationship. Because we think, oh, if it just ends, fuck it. That don't mean that person is bad. That person just couldn't be the person that they needed to be with you. That don't mean that you ain't gonna come back and find them again. That don't mean that y'all not gonna come back together. It's just a simple fact is we got social media a lot in our way and we lost our roots to a certain point that we out here blind. And that's why we leading like this. That's why we can't have a simple conversation. That's why when we bump heads with someone, we want to run to social media about it instead of coming to that person about it. We too much in seeking and validation in other things. We got to seek validation within ourselves. A lot of us do have identity problems. We do have mental problems, personal issue problems. We always think nobody ain't there for us because we're not loving ourselves. We're not catering to ourselves. We're not speaking those things into existence so we can get those things. We just trying to be sad because that's all we know. And we just stuck in that sad feeling and wonder why our life is in stagnant.
Yeah. Okay, it's good. It's a good start. So, hey guys, man, I'm bringing y'all a very special interview. This is the Talk A Lot TV. And, you know, I'm bringing y'all a very special episode, you know, of Talk A Lot Pod, you know, new segment we're doing. Yeah, man, this is going to be a good one. You feel me? How she say she's shy. But she just went on a whole rant talking about what spirituality is for herself. So we're going to get into it. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Jessica. My social media account, as far as like Facebook and Instagram is Mrs.Abundance. No, Facebook and Instagram. And then I'm just so raw on TikTok. Yeah. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, and my name's Jessica.
So, from going through their journey, this is something that is taboo from our community a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And our community. Where you from exactly?
So I'm from Wichita Falls, Texas.
Oh,
that's the country.
Texas?
Yes, that's the country. Yeah. You can still hear it. People be like, you country, so I'm like, I know. Real country.
How can you tell different when you in Georgia?
Because people say I slang my words. Like I just said, I'm real country. Mm-hmm. Like people be like, you ain't from here. I know you ain't from here. Just by the way you said that. Yeah. They be like, I have emphasis in my words. So I be like, it's good because then people are like, oh, you ain't from here, so I can't be classified with people from here. Because people from here be acting weird, bro. Georgia people be acting a little weird, bro. A little strange sometimes, bro. You don't know about that? Yeah, you grew up here? You from here?
Yeah.
That's why. We call you, out of town, we call y'all Georgians. That's what we call you.
Mm-hmm. Call y'all.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all be calling us country, everything like that. I don't know. But Georgia's some different type of people.
So when did you move down here?
I moved down here in like 2013. It was a military base, Warner Robins. That's why.
So you from a military family?
I wouldn't say that. It's my stepdad, my brother, daddy. Mm-hmm. We moved with him. So and my mama met him when he was stationed down there in Wichita Falls. They got a base just like down here. So that's it's like the country, but it's the same thing. It's kind of here. Okay. It's like an hour and 40 from Dallas.
Okay. Damn.
This little city, little city.
I always thought you were like from Jones County.
Hell no. What I said? What it is, Atlanta?
No, it's on the east side.
On the east side of Macon?
Yeah.
I make it seem like I'm from Macon.
Yeah.
The damn. I don't know if that's a compliment or what.
I don't know. It better than Warner Robins.
Yeah, it is, right? Warner Robins. Y'all got more to do down here, bro. Warner Robins, it ain't nothing nobody do.
But it's more of a
community.
Yeah.
Community,
it's
I say.
So much nicer down there.
I would say because they building it up, and then we got like I guess Kathleen or whatever they want to call it. I guess that's bigger. This is still Warner Robins, but it's a bigger part. I guess it's the new part of it, so they fixing it up. They trying to fix stuff up. I don't know. They need to do better with their little budget.
No, they got the military base and stuff.
Yeah, that's the main thing they be focused on, though. That's the main thing they be focused on, the military base. They don't care about the outside. They just not fixing the roads.
You feel me? Y'all got Chipotle. I don't know.
Chipotle is nasty. Mo's better than Chipotle. Mo's better than Chipotle now.
Probably customer service.
No, bro, that's better. Yeah. Chipotle don't do nothing but give you that little ass piece of chicken on there, little ass chopper chicken, and a little bit of rice. They be stingy. Mo's, they just gonna slap it on there every time. Every time. I'm a big girl. Like I look like I'm a big girl, baby. I could eat. I need more than that. And then they be charging you all that money for Chipotle.
So Mo's way better. I just had Chipotle.
That's why you talking like that.
What you mean? Like what?
Talking like you.
What?
They ain't no good. They ain't no good. They bad for business. Every time. And then they don't have enough toppings for me. I like jalapenos, lettuce. They got olives, jalapenos, lettuce, tomatoes. They got like the little cilantro stuff. They got different things of chicken, like 3 different things. They be like doing spicy barbecue. They got different options, honey. I like options.
Okay, I might try it one day.
Better. And it's real cheap too. It's like $9 like a bowl. It's like $9.
Yeah, same with Chipotle.
I go to Chipotle, I pay like $12.
See, you be trying to get extra meat.
Yeah, ain't enough.
So, what school did you go to then?
I went to Northside High School, and Thompson Middle. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Thompson Middle.
I don't know nothing about it. I know that's on Northside.
Yeah, it's on the north side of town.
True. Damn, let me ask you. Do you know? You ever heard? I don't know his real name, but he go by Fambroski. You know him?
I went to school with him in the same class and everything. You must listen to him.
Yeah, he was like one of the first artists like I knew from Warner Robins.
Okay. Yeah, he used to do his thing. He used to he did like an anthem for school. He used to sing it at school, stuff like that. Yeah, he good peoples.
Okay, I ain't know all that. Shit, how will I go? Like, you remember, like, I'm trying to find like an avenue we can go. But
I don't know.
But, we're just warming up.
You could ask me like how I started my journey, stuff like that.
We're gonna work in that.
We're gonna work it up.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I followed you for a little minute on social media and stuff, and you was a party girl.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna go back to that, huh?
Yeah, we gotta talk about what drove you to this journey.
Oh, what drove me was me get my heart broke. Yeah. It was just like me leaving for school. I could even say now, like me and my homegirl was just talking about this. Like I'd be feeling some type of way in my head sometimes because I feel like, okay, I was in school, I was doing all of this, and now I'm not doing bad, but it's like sometimes you never think you'd be places where you at now, Not saying that where I'm at now is bad. It's just like, when you get out of school, you just got so much, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that. So then it's kind of like life hit you. You don't think life hit you like that sometimes. It's like life hit me. It was like at a time I came back from school, I was staying with my boyfriend. This is my first boyfriend now. I lost my virginity to him and everything, honey. This is my real first boyfriend. We staying together, everything. Things don't work out the way you think they work out. And sometimes people be having stuff going on that you don't know they be having going on with. A lot of people be battling with stuff, and how people is raised really do affect their relationships. Like how you grown up in a household, that's all you know. So that's how you're gonna express your love. That's how you're gonna express and communicate. You know what I'm saying? You can't be with everybody if everybody not ready to deal with those traumas. And sometimes you need to deal with people and have that experience with people to know that, like, okay, I need to do better. Because people are a reflection of you in a relationship. I don't care what nobody say. Like, if that person is showing you something, that person triggering you, okay, why you getting triggered? You need to go dig deeper. Yes, that person might be fucked up, but you chose that fucked up person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was going through that. And
so who was, not to say who was the main problem, But who had the main trauma? Who really bring trouble towards the relationship?
Him.
Well, okay, with him, it probably was his household, like you said, and he didn't have a good communication skills.
It was in a sense of fact of, I could say it like this: men get bored easy sometimes, and when we young, no. And men get bored easily sometimes.
Whoa, no.
Yes, I learned that in relationships, like dealing with men, you can't never get too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's not a bad thing, because I feel like when you with somebody, that's just like me. I love to be spontaneous.
Yeah.
Like I want to get up and do something. Sometimes you're just not somebody type no more. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't know how to say that to you. And sometimes like men, they get bored. They want something new.
Yeah.
That's why men cheat. If we're going to be real, they want something new. They get a little bored.
But,
like,
okay, it's not about stepping out of the relationship or everything. Why we just can't get a taste of something new and come back? Because we can't. Like, guys, we don't think with our heart. When it come down to just having sex or doing all that shit, we don't do it out of, oh, we like this person. We think with our dick.
But see, at the same time, a person who like me, I was stingy, but I would have been open to doing something like that with my partner. See, the thing is that me, I was always willing to try new things, but it's like if I can't trust you, you know, so when you step out and you do certain things, or you out here, you know, making yourself too available to women, it's like, why you doing that? Because if you really want to have fun, we can have fun. Why you want to be stingy? So that's where it comes into the communication. That's why I said sometimes they get bored, and some men just don't understand, and some men may not feel like they can come communicate with you. Like me, I could be honest. If he would have came to me at that time and he would have said something to me like that freshly, I would have smacked him in his face. Because at that time, that time, I'm young. This is my first, like, you my first boyfriend. You think I'm finna share you with somebody?
Yeah.
Like, no, I ain't sharing you with nobody. Yes, I was very selfish, but then at the same time, I had every right to be. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's how you learn how to talk to people. That's how you learn how to express something. I know that I would never had a problem with it, but it's like I would have had to trust you. But it was like you already did so much that I already didn't trust you. And then on top of that, I learned as a woman, when you don't heal from what a man is doing to you, and it's something that deeply rooted from like your trauma when you was little, if you don't heal that, you can't be in a relationship with that person. If you don't trust that person, you can't be with that person.
Yeah.
So I had to learn in that relationship that I was wrong with certain things too, because I knew deep down inside I wasn't going to be with that person. I don't see myself with this person for too long because of certain things that they do. And then I'm still not over certain things.
Yeah.
He probably was doing better, but at the same time, he telling me, oh, I'm not doing nothing. I'm over here like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fully in it. I'm just there because my heart's still there, but I'm mentally leaving so I can physically leave.
Like an Aries.
Yeah. Like a woman, like a woman. Any woman to tell you we leave mentally before we leave physically.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm already leaving mentally in my head before I leave physically, because my heart is the last thing that's gonna leave.
Okay. Before so how do you meet him then?
I met him when I was like working at Little Caesars. Like,
you met him when you were going to college?
I met him before I went to college. So I met him before I went. I did my little thing before I went with him, everything. I was like, I want this to be my first. I want this to be my everything. And that's how it was. And it was like in school, yeah, I was a party girl. Yeah, I did my thing, but I was still faithful. I still was on the phone with him. But it's like at that time, I noticed with long distance relationship, especially when you out having fun like I was, you gonna have thoughts in your head, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be thinking stuff, especially like a man. I noticed that, especially with men, they do be in their head a little bit more, and they won't show it, they won't say it, they'll just act on it and thinking they're not gonna get caught, and they end up getting caught.
Okay, but what school did you go to?
What school he went to? He went to Warner.
I'm saying what school you went to.
What, Northside?
No, I'm talking about college.
Oh, college, Albany State.
See.
Albany State University. And you know how people try to put that stigmatism over people? Oh, you go to Albany, you this and that. Oh, Albany this. I'm like, bro, no. When I went to Albany, bro, we had fun. Our class had fun. We wasn't with all none of that. We was with some turn shit. We wanted to get drunk and have fun. We was ready to experience. Like, we wasn't on none of that. I didn't go out to have sex or go see niggas. No, me and my females, me and my gang, I had like 8 friends. We all fine as fuck. And we got a gay friend. We all fine as fuck. We all doing each other hair. We all dressing up. And we all just vibing. Like, one thing I loved about the HBCU, it was so much unity there. It was a community there, but everybody stood together. And all growing up in my life, I thought black people always gonna be bumping heads because that's all I seen. But when I got there, I seen family, I seen unity. Like that shit bring your heart open. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about no nigga. I'm out here, a whole bunch of fine females. We out here hyping each other up. We out here taking each other pictures. We out here vibing. We making memories. I wanted to make memories, bro. I didn't want to sit up here and just be wasting my life on something. To be honest, that's the whole reason why I stayed in school. Cause I'm like, I love this shit. Like I can't give this shit up. Yeah. Like I never had no experience like that. That's why I tell people, if you're gonna go to school, go to HBCU. Like you gonna have your best time ever, bro. Like promo house got shot up. Everything happened to us. Yeah, everything happened to us.
So you tell me, getting your school shot up and everything is just fun?
I would say no. We had a house. It was our promo house. It's called Squad because I was in the Squad promo team. And we had a Squad house, so it was a house. Everybody come to the party. So we had a party one night, and the locals had came there. They was beefing, and they brought it to there. And I remember just standing there because I'm just like, I know this ain't happening. I know they ain't shooting. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like I was just standing there. My homegirl told me, so Jessica, come on. And I'm just like, all this is just happening. Like when she used to be happening, I used to be so shocked because it used to make me remember how I grew up. But at the same time, it was like I got away from that, but I still was dipping and dabbing in that energy too.
Yeah.
That's why I said like, it was a good experience. I love it. If I go back, I'll probably do it once or twice, but it wouldn't be my life again because I seen the energy that come with that. Like that party life, that always being out, always being drunk. You know, yeah, I'm cute and everything, but I'm still a female. I'm going around a whole bunch of niggas. They trying to get me drunk so they can fuck. Like, let's be real, what these college niggas be on. Like, nobody. I was in my head. I was having fun, but it wasn't safe. It still ain't safe for anybody. Yeah. That's why I always believe in having groups, bro. I never left none of my friends. Like, bro, we all go to the bathroom. We all go to the bathroom. Anytime I left my homegirls, I feel like something funny happened. I never wanted to leave them ever again.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when those type of things, unity again, having those woman groups, being together, never leaving your friend, never leaving beside anybody you ever met, anybody ever pulled up with, I would not leave them. Hell, we got to find one time all together. I didn't even know who the girl was, but I was like, you came with my friend. Let's go.
See, I see. So y'all were together before y'all split.
Mm-hmm. So I went to school. So I was with him before I went to school.
See, of course, if I were him, I'd be thinking the same shit. You remember?
And see, that's the thing. But at that time, I wasn't worried about that. Again, so people in their head about the wrong things because they got their own trust issues that they dealing with. Mm-hmm. They doing their own things. They projecting their own ego. That ain't had nothing to do with me. Nigga, I ain't fucked that up for you. You could think all day, but ask me and I'm going to tell you yes or no. Mm-hmm. If you don't trust me that much, leave me. Don't stay with me just to be doing stuff.
Asking that question, though, just asking, talking to you about it. He probably dealt with some females that get, defensive when...
They ain't got nothing to do with me. They ain't got nothing to do with me. If we together, why do I need to be defensive about something? You can't come talk to me what we together for. If you can't be my best friend, what we doing? Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it. That's why when I be in relationships with people, I be like, tell me. Even if I get mad, tell me. I might argue with you. I might fight. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, I'm going to sit down with myself. I'm going to journal. I'm going to be like, okay, was he right? Was he wrong? I'm going to sit and talk to my higher power about it. Mm-hmm. And if they right and I'm wrong, I'm going to come apologize and I'm going to do what I got to do to make it right. That's the difference. That's why I said sometimes people don't understand. You have to have a valuable relationship and good communication with somebody. Communication is everything. One thing I learned about men is sometimes they just want you to shut up and listen. Then shut up really and listen. And if you ask questions and listen, they'll tell you everything you need to know. And I learned, like, even with evolving and dealing with different relationships and dealing with someone better or someone not better than the other, it's like everybody has their own demons that they're dealing with. Everybody got something that they're working through. But if you talk to somebody and let them be understanding, that person going to show you who they is. Yeah. And if you can't deal with that person can't deal with you, you have to part ways. Because as long as you try to stay in that situation where you're not happy, you're going to live an unhappy life. And it's always going to cause commotion. And then as being spiritual, I realized all the transitions, like now with Mercury retrograde, like when shit going on like that, ain't no way you staying together. You've been trying to hold this position and this relationship together where your cup is not being poured into. Yeah. And you think it's finna last. No. Universe, God gonna knock that out real quick.
What was your major in college?
Nursing. Man, I ain't want to be no damn nurse. Mm-hmm. My mama taught me into it. She was like, oh, go be a nurse. Money. Yeah, it's good money. Your nana was a nurse. Da, 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 da. I'm like, And at the time, I didn't know what I want to do, but I know I wanted to get the fuck away.
Yeah.
I said, well, I turned 18. I cannot be in this house. And then Albany, that's all I was hearing. I was like, okay, I know this is a good school. This is HBCU. Is right up the street too.
Yeah.
About 2 hours away.
Well, they were accepting everybody though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, C average. You remember?
You didn't have to have nothing. We didn't even take the stats. I think that's what it was. We didn't have to take the stats. We just apply. I mean, we did, but we didn't need them. That school needed money.
All they wanted money.
They needed money.
Okay. But damn. So what made you get out of school though?
See, it was a situation with my parents. They had stuff going on, and you know, with financial aid, you have to use your parents' information.
Yeah.
So it was just like all the stuff was going on with them, and then I just feel like it wasn't a right time for me. I had to do my own things. Like me, I'm the type of person, I like to move around. I like to be on my own. I can't be sitting up here waiting for nobody. You know, I didn't even have my own car. Like, I'm finna be a whole junior, and I ain't got nothing. That's how I was thinking in my head. Like, yeah, I'm in school, but I have nothing to show for it. Like, I still have to get around campus. Nigga, I was walking to work. I used to work from 3 to 11:30. So after 11:30 at night, I'm walking the streets back to my dorm. It wasn't safe, but thank God. Praise God. He was protecting me in my higher power, but that wasn't safe for me as no woman. And I used to work 4 or 5 times at the week.
Yeah.
I need to have my own stuff. Seeing everybody else have their own stuff, and I do feel like being around other people who had people to help them, and also them seeing them getting stuff, it was hindering me. I'm over here like, why I can't do this? Why I can't do that? You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like at that time, those things happened because I need to take a step back to figure out what I wanted. Because I was doing it for my mama. I was doing it to get away from my mama.
Yeah.
But I wasn't finding myself in it. I was doing nothing but partying, getting drunk, being depressed.
Yeah.
Like, I was all that. Because I was sitting over here, yeah, I'm having fun, but in the inside, I'm crying out because I'm just here because it's my escape. This is my new scapegoat. That's it.
Yeah.
That's why I said you have to be happy with yourself and happy with your life, and really have an understanding that those things that you are doing, such as like smoking or drinking, bro, they're hindering you. Those are attachments. That's why sometimes it's okay to cleanse away from them. It's okay to back. It's okay to step back and get clarity, and then, you know what I'm saying, go party here and there when you accomplish something.
Yeah.
I feel like us as melanated people, we are too attached to those things to where we start spending unnecessary things. That's how people become alcoholics. That's how people get stuck on drugs. Like, people don't believe in just trying it once and then just going about it or having it here and there. Nigga gotta stay high, nigga gotta stay drunk because they're not happy with themselves. Something wrong with their soul. You always gotta stay drunk. You always gotta be high. You can't stop for one day. Every time you go through something, you got to pick up a drink or go take a blunt. Nah, it's okay sometimes, but you got to be honest with yourself. You an alcoholic. Yeah. You're addicted. We don't be understanding that. And I feel like that has to be, we don't know how to keep a G with ourselves. None of us do sometimes. And that's why I really be to myself. I be like, Jessica, you ain't be keeping a G with yourself. How you be helping everybody, talking to everybody, you know, doing this and that, but you can't even tell yourself when you wrong. You got to take accountability too. You sitting up here making excuses for yourself. Don't make no excuses.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like, bro, people can only motivate you so far, bro. Like, you got to be hard on yourself. You got to be your best friend, your bully, your lover, your friend. If you don't, who gonna do it for you? You came in here by yourself. Unless you got a twin, but you came in here by yourself. You gonna leave by yourself. This is your life. This is your life path. You gotta do what's best for you. And who else gonna check you? Somebody told me, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
That old.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself, because you will literally wreck yourself out here just doing stuff out of emotions or just doing stuff out of hurt and trauma. Like, I real life grew up seeing people be traumatized, and now their life is to shits.
Yeah.
Because they just didn't want to make it. They let it break them. I ain't with that breaking shit no more. Yeah, I got too much to be working on. We got too much time. We got too many kids. We got to be leading into some greater shit for us to be sitting here lacking.
Yeah.
Like, the people before us, our ancestors, they ain't really have it. They ain't had the opportunity like we do. We got to stand on everything that we do.
Okay. Damn, you going. I'm trying to get out some questions. You just keep going.
Oh, that.
No, you good. But, so, you know, with you growing up, but what religion that you originally was?
And see, growing up with my nana, it was never a religion. It was never nothing. She never came to us and was like, oh, you're going to be this. You need to be that. You need, like, no, we went to church.
Yeah.
Like, we sung in the choir. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I don't even know if we went to a Catholic church or a baptism church. I just know we got on the bus and we went to church and we sung our little songs like "Father, Can You Hear Me?" All the songs you see off of Tyler Perry, baby. We sung them. We ate good. I was out there with my little skirt running behind little boys. Like all that. I just remember the good times. It was never like, oh, this is what you need to do. Like my nana, if I want to tell her I didn't want to go to church, she wasn't gonna make me. Yeah. Like it wasn't something that was pressed upon us. But my family was very spiritual. My family had gifts. I seen it at a young age. Like my sister, she's a seer. So she could see all unknown. She could speak to all unknown. And we seen that since we was little when my auntie passed. So it was like my nana would speak of things. Like she would do stuff like if you have a wound, blow in it with tobacco smoke. You know, that help heal the wound. Mm-hmm. She would do little stuff like that. So as I get older, it's like, okay, you know, she kind of like me, she tied down to none. She understand everything. She want us to learn on our own. She never told me like, oh, force me how to go to church. We just went to church. Yeah. So growing up, I really didn't have a set religion. It was just, this is what it is. Mm. This is God. God is real. That's it.
Okay. So you know, you talked about getting into it, but what was that first thing that, you know, that caught your eye and be like, you know what, I want to practice this?
When I got my heart broke, like with my ex, and it was just like, me and my mother at the time, we never had a good relationship. So I didn't want my mother in my business because she was the type of person, she would speak on certain things that wasn't supposed to be spoke on. And it's like, okay, you my mama, but you pushing it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no boundaries. We need to set boundaries. But all my life, you ain't had no boundaries. So it's like, I'm grown now. We need to have them boundaries. Yeah. So it was like with her, that was going on. You know, you don't want your mother your business. You know what I'm saying? It was like you could go say something to her, but you can't say nothing to me. So basically, he dropped me off. Told me he would need a couple days. He knew he was leaving me. He dropped me off, said we need a couple days, 3 days, and I'm dropping you off. So my mom was like, he's finna leave you. Da, da, da. You need to wake up. You need to stop letting it. And I'm just like, bruh, like, this nigga just dropped me off. I don't have no car. I don't have nothing. I had a job at Walmart. That was it. I'm like, I have nothing. Like, and I'm over here with her again. My whole point was to get away from this toxicness. And I wasn't getting away. So I was upset about that. And it was just like my soul, like I knew it was coming. That's the first time I actually found out about intuition. Because I felt it. I knew it was coming. I felt my stomach drop. Like that was my first time. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I started paying attention to the signs. You know, that started making me clear, like, okay, this is what's going on type shit. So I started paying attention to signs. It was like, bro, I didn't eat or drink or sleep for 3 days, bro. I was just sitting in my crying in the corner, just sitting rocking. That's why 333 is so significant to me. Like, bro, I was sitting there and something told me, get my ass on the internet. I got on the internet and I seen the hood healer. And she was talking about meditation, affirmation, chakras. I'm like, shit, I've always been into weird stuff. So let's do it. So I started meditating. I started balancing my chakras. And I just seen the way my life opened. I seen how I was healing things. I seen how when I started loving myself better, the people around me, we started bumping heads. It's because once you in alignment and you want to do better, everybody see that. They may be jealous of a little bit or they may not understand it, but you got to stay true to your path. And I learned at that time that I really had to stay true to me because everything that I was doing, people was saying everything about me. Oh, she do voodoo. Oh, she this and that. Not everybody want help. Not everybody got questions. Not everybody being the stuff they was making fun of me for. So I realized another thing from that. Like, I got to stay true to myself. And it was very hard. Always getting bashed. Always getting told you crazy. Nigga, I ain't crazy. That's my intuition. Yeah. You trying to play me. And then turn around, you coming and apologizing because now you getting your ass whooped because you thought she was just going to play me, huh? You can't play a child of God, a child of the divine, a child that really go out here and help people just for the hell of it. A person who really to bring people back into alignment to where they supposed to be. You don't do that. Yeah. But I ain't perfect either. I get my ass whooped too for playing with people. But I understand though. And I understand that when I do stuff, it's going to be consequences. Some people don't have that higher connection. People don't even have like, what is it called? It's a different word, but it basically is like your higher self. People don't have that talks to them. That inner log, something like that. Inner monologue, I think. I think that's what it is. Inner monologue.
So it's more like common sense.
Yeah, it's more like, nah, like you have your person talk to you. You ever had that person inside of you? They be like, nah, don't do that. Or they be like, go do that. Yeah. Some people don't have that at all. Some people just empty. Some people have a soul, but how do I put it like this? They don't have a consciousness. Mm-hmm. They don't really have a spirit. You can have a soul without having a spirit and a consciousness or a higher self. And a lot of people don't understand that. That's why when people ask about white people, they be like, oh, why this and that? And it's just like, bruh, they have souls. Might not have a spirit or a higher self, but they got souls. Mm-hmm. But they not all the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, see, I would say it's more common sense and people don't know. They don't think before they do it. I feel like that's the thing, with you going deep like that. Simpler terms for people. Think before you do shit. But
Yeah. But a lot of people, they not in touch with their intuition or their higher self. They don't got so far down the damn drain, or they been smoking too much, doing too many drugs, or just been doing too much to where their intuition like, fuck that. You ain't been listening to me. I ain't finna help you no more. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes our body and our spirit team allow us to go through shit because be like, yeah, you ain't listening. Okay, I got something for your ass. You gonna think this is demons, how I'm finna do your ass. Like, the ancestors will whoop your ass. God will whoop your ass. He will show you like, okay, I've been trying to show you these red flags, these signs. I've been slapping you in the face all week. Okay, you want to get up? Okay, I'm finna show you one more angel number. After that, your life finna go to shits.
So, our angel number. I had that wrote down. This song I want to speak about. Our angel number. So, is an angel number just a particular number, or could an angel number be something that you find dear to yourself?
Okay, so me, when I think about angel numbers, they can be double, triple digits, like 333.
444,
Yeah.
777, 666.
But also, it's just like numerology. All this came from numerology. Numerology is also like a set of numbers. So if you see like your birthday, you see 0414, or you just have like me, I'll let you in like 478. Before I even moved here, 478 was always an angel number for me. So I see that, I know what that means. That's my personal angel number. I know if I see that one time or somewhere where I'm driving, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't on there for no reason. That's a number I know for sure. So it doesn't have to necessarily be like double digits, but everybody has their own certain number. Everybody has a way that their higher power connects with them. And it may not be angel numbers, it may be through dreams, you may be able to hear, see, your ear might be ringing. You know what I'm saying? You may be able to smell. Like, it just all depends on how they want to communicate with you. And sometimes you can't control how they communicate with you, and then shit get aggravating.
Yeah.
You be like, damn, bro, just send this, just send a video. No, another angel number.
But is okay with that, with communication, from, you said your inner self, right? So what if you got all them things, ear ringing, you dream about stuff, you see deja vu, you see your angel number. Do that symbolize a certain thing?
It just depends on what exactly they're trying to get to you. Like, if you have something, like, say for instance, you've been thinking about the negative stuff, you've been going through things, and how I think about things is we go through situations so we can learn a lesson out of them. But another person might just be like, fuck this, man, fuck my life just going to shit, speaking them affirmations over themselves. And since we've been in 2023, all that adding up, 2 + 0 + 2 + 3, that equals 7. 7 is a spiritual number. That's a spiritual realm. So we're in the year of enlightenment. We're in the year of selfishness. If you don't get your shit together, the universe will knock you out. Literally. It will knock you into yourself, out of yourself, then knock you back into yourself. Because we are in a time where we have to learn how to evolve. We have to learn unity. We have to learn how to love each other. We have to learn that the things that we are doing are hindering us spiritually. We have to stop. We're not in the times anymore where everything is materialistic. Everybody's having their own awakening. People is realizing that everybody has gifts. People are talking about the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? And people are learning about the Orishas. People are giving homage to the people who came before them. That is so beautiful to me. But it's like, at the same time, we do have to understand where all this comes from. We do have to understand that, yes, we're all a part of these things, but what are these things? And I do feel like with us, especially like signs and things, it just all just depends on your bloodline. Because your bloodline may be from Nigeria or for Caribbeans. So in their bloodline, they might used to do, hoodoo or voodoo. So it's different ways they might communicate with you. You might see a fox, you know what I'm saying? They might see you an animal. You never know. It just all really depends on your bloodline. That's why when some people, it's just hard to tell them yes, especially if you're not reading or tapping into their energy.
Cause like I feel like I be seeing the future sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like I got deja vu. See stuff before it happens.
I wouldn't say it's deja vu, but you definitely need to write down your things to get a hold of your gifts and start tapping in more. Start praying more about your gifts. Because you never know. You might be able to help people with those.
Help people? Help myself.
It just all depends like what you tapping into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time you might be on some astral projecting shit. Like what I learned about some people is they astral project on accident. And that's bad when you just like, what the fuck? You shot. But a lot of times people don't understand that they have those gifts, those seeing gifts, seeing before. And that is good. I tell people, if you got gifts like that, you need to take control of them. Because you always can help anybody from anything. Yeah.
So what was your first, when you got into it, you seen, the whole healing stuff. it ain't any like different stages or like different categories of it.
Well, I could take you through some of the first 3 stages that I went through. The first stage is you just excited. You excited about everything, and you just like, okay, I want to know this, I want to know that. You know what I'm saying? And you just learn about everything. You get in the books. Like I was on womb healing meditation chakra. I was more into Buddhism and Hinduism practice, and I was trying to heal my mind, my body, and my soul. That's how I really started. When people be like, they be like hoodoo, voodoo, voodoo. I wasn't on nothing like that. I wasn't trying to do no ancestor veneration or tapping in. I was tapping into my mind first because I'm like, I got to get my mind together. I was always into how the mind play. I used to love criminal special victims for 48 hours, stuff like that, because I want to see what your mind talking about. Why you do this? Why you feel like this right? I've always been into why people do stuff the way they do. Yeah. So for me, it excited me because for one, I get to learn about the mind, and then I get to study myself. And at that time, I was all about self-improvement because I had nothing else to do. My heart was broke. All I had to do was work and come back home. I wasn't used to that. You know what I'm saying? I was used to going to school, So it was something else. And I've always loved to read. So with me learning to read, it was like books have knowledge, not just the internet. The books really got knowledge. Yeah. So reading those things, and how can I put it? Actually reading and doing it helped me on my journey. Like me actually healing, I felt that within my soul. Like me doing my whole first chakra alignment, like I felt that within my soul. I felt that within my body. Like I never had no feeling like that. That's why I tell people, you got to experience stuff. I can only tell you something, but once you experience, you're going to see what I'm talking about. And once you get that feeling, you ain't never going to want to come back for it. That's how I know when I'm unbalanced. That's how I know when things ain't going right in my life, if my chakras on the line, because I feel it. I feel it on the line. I feel how I was way before I started this journey. That ain't no feeling. Because that means something wrong. That's how I know when to take my spiritual baths. That's how I know when, okay, I need to go stick my foot in some grass. That's how I know when I could be angry about something. Like I could have my day to be angry. I'm still human. But after this, I could be it, but I don't need to make it make me. It's okay to express your emotions and be mad about stuff. But the problem is we let it suppress us. We let it take over. We let it manifest our life. Like, nah, feel that shit. Nigga, you got 3 days to a week to feel that shit. Probably a month. After that, wipe your tears. Get up. Do what you need to do to move on. Because ain't nobody else going to tap you on your ass to get up. Yeah. That's back to what I said earlier. You got to motivate yourself to get up. And I feel like that is this journey, like this self journey, this you being selfish, you identifying yourself, like going through this journey. It's a lot. And I have like had my ups and downs. Like, especially like being on this journey by myself at first when no one wanted to be on it. Like, I used to think I was crazy for real. I'm like, man, maybe I am crazy. Maybe what these folks is saying, I am crazy. Maybe it's something wrong with me. But I realized once I stopped doing all those things, I was not happy. I was not in tune with myself. When I try not to be so spiritual, my life was fucking horrible. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Because you stopped being yourself. You stopped being who you was truly meant to be. Those things happen to you, but you got to go back to when you was little and remember the person who you was before you experienced all that trauma and all those things that are hindering you now. That's why I say that trauma can hurt for a little while, but you got to get in tune with it, and not even for yourself, but for the next generation that come too.
Yeah. So what stage 2 is?
Stage 2 is when you willing to try everything. You try everything. You trying to get people on the wave. You know what I'm saying? I was on that vegan shit, that tough. I'm like, y'all stop eating meat. You don't need to eat meat. You don't need to eat meat. No meat. Like, meat is bad for you. We all gonna die. We can eat meat. Like, I was forcing people. People was really thinking I was crazy. And now that I think back at it, I was really crazy. Like, because I'm over here telling people that what you doing ain't right, instead of teaching you how to do it the right way, instead of telling you how to clean your meat with lemon and lime, you know what I'm saying, and vinegar, how to skin your meat, telling you where you can go and get it, and stop going to the supermarket, shopping locally so we can support each other, so these farmer markets can stay open, so these people can sell these organic fruits, the ones with the seeds, the ones that we don't need at the store. So after a while, after that stage, which I came to the third stage, which it is like, mind your damn business, bitch. The third stage is like, okay, you have to realize, because I went through being vegan, pescatarian, I went through all of that. Like, I had my whole journey. I went through my parasite cleanse, and I noticed that even when I was doing that shit, my mind still wasn't clear. I'm doing all of this to eat right, and my mind still ain't clear. Why my mind ain't clear? It's because the food ain't, you know what I'm saying? The food, it do help, but you have to be in a place. You have to be mentally stable for that. And when you taking meat away from yourself, that shit ain't easy. I was going crazy. I was eating so much yeast and bread and rice. I look like fucking rice. Like, bruh, Ain't no way. So it's like that second stage is more of that judgmental stage. It's more of that I know it all and I want to tell you it all. And I want everybody to be open. It's that stage where I'm in my ego. I'm egotistic. Yeah, that's that second stage is real bad. Cause it's like, I want to tell you this and you need to learn this. And oh yeah, I'm a teacher and I'm gonna do this, but I wasn't being a student either.
Yeah.
And I was realizing that mainstream spirituality is way different from how the old heads do it. All that coming on social media, always telling people stuff about your spiritual journey.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't getting nowhere like that. And the ancestors ain't gonna talk to your ass to tell you nothing because you're running your mouth. You think every time you turn around, you gotta post your spiritual journey.
Now, is it posting like?
I would say when it comes to all your spell work, it ain't supposed to be posted. Mm-hmm. When you go fasting all the time, it ain't meant to be posted because sometimes you have to be under discipline or temptation. Sometimes you need to get tested to see if you're really doing that. You can't mask stuff up. You actually have to heal it. Yeah. That's one thing I realized. Even myself, I had to tell myself, stop masking things up and putting pretty mask over it. You ain't healed over it. Yeah. You just controlled how you gonna let it out more. But you ain't healed over it.
So like, you know, with the whole meat thing, you know, they tell you not to eat meat because of how they treat the animals and energy come from one thing to another.
Yes, but at the same time, we have to learn as people where we at right now and the way technology is put. All of us ain't gonna come together and go to no farms. All of us ain't gonna raise no cows, no goats, no chicken. You know what I'm saying? We all trying to get it together, but we all ain't gonna be able to do it right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe in the future we'll have more of a community, but right now we all still trying to build it still while breaking these generational curses while being in capitalism. And that shit is hard. You nigga trying to buy a fertilizer is fucking $30. Nigga, you got 8 kids. You think you'll be able to grow some tomatoes? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got to feed these 8 kids. You ain't got time to throw away $30 or $80 to try to do something that you barely know about. Like, people is not thinking about that.
So you don't really have that many friends that into this?
I do, but I learned about having friends that are into this. It could be hard sometimes, and dealing with them, it could be a little harder. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody on this journey, just because they're spiritual and they're aware, that doesn't mean that they know better than the person who ain't spiritual. And I learned that. I learned having spiritual friends. Sometimes it could be way harder than having regular friends because that motherfucker get mad. Next thing you know, you got to look out for your back. And next thing you know, you got to watch your hell. You got to do a whole bunch of stuff because you don't know what the bitch finna do. Sometimes beefing with a spiritual motherfucker is worse than beefing with another motherfucker. You finna have a spiritual war. Yeah. I just pull up and fight this bitch. Bitch, you try to come with the unknown. Bitch, you try to fuck me up. Fuck my car. Bitch, you try to fuck my life up. Like, I could say having spiritual friends, I realized that they still got their own problems. They just more in tune with their gifts. So that don't mean nothing. But yes, I have a lot of friends that are spiritually awakened, that are very conscious. And I realized that your friends, you don't need to talk to them every day, especially when you do things like this. And I realized with my relationships, it's better when we get time to miss each other. So when we catch up, it'd be like that. I learned when you have friends, especially friends that do these things and help heal and help awaken the mass, they need their time away too. And sometimes we need that space and then to come back together for things to be different. And even like doing these practices and realizing how much energy it takes, they need that time to themselves. Yeah. That's why having spiritual friends, it can be way more harder than having regular friends. Because I might not hear from this bitch for a whole 2 months. But she been over here cleansing and helping the whole village. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got time. She ain't got the energy. You got to take that shit in consideration too. So, I love to keep my friends real close, but I realize that I can't be controlling or selfish because everybody had their own life. And I'm young and turned. I ain't got no kids. Like, I'm young, I'm turned. I got opportunities. I got upper times. Like, my spiritual friends, they got kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They got stuff they going with. Not all of them got stuff that they supposed to be on right now. A lot of them have other lessons they have to go through. So we don't have the time to talk to each other like how I would like. Mm-hmm. But it don't make no difference in what it is.
But just like you saying, like, everyone don't need to be awakened, but how can we grow as a community if we have to put them barriers up?
Okay, so it's a difference, like I said, being aware and really being awoken. Mm-hmm. Well, people could be aware. Everybody know we ain't supposed to be eating meat. Let's be real. We still do it. Everybody know we ain't supposed to be drinking and smoking nicotine, but we still do it. We already know the side effects that come with it. It's just a simple fact of all of us coming together and just choosing to be more healthier. and learning how to put our own energy into our food.
Yeah.
Fast food should not be this famous in America, because guess what? We so far up these workers' ass and these fucking companies' ass, we can't even sit home and clean our meat right and put the energy into it. We eating tired food.
Yeah.
My mama in the kitchen, man, because she got to go to work and y'all being bad as fucking ain't cleaned up nothing. Johnny got C's. He getting called and home from school. Like, nobody want to deal with that. And she a single mama too?
Yeah.
What? That food good, but the energy that's coming into that food leading to the kids ain't. And that's the problem. We not having enough time for self. No one actually sits down and actually has talks with themselves, and that's a problem. If you sit down and talk to people and ask them, like, bro, do you sit down and talk to yourself, journal? Like, you ever just listen to your other stuff? They'll be like, no, I ain't got no time. But you got to make time. But also, the time might be little time from now.
No, that time that they do have is this on their phone. You know, people
Yeah.
don't know how to put down the phone.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it'd be people like me and you. We could be aware of this. We can do this. But sometimes it's hard for people to come out that darkness. It's hard for people to find light in that tunnel. So a lot of people, some people ain't got that willpower like you think. And I realize that talking and being around people, everybody don't have that strength. Everybody don't have that gift. There's a lot of people who have to go through shit another lifetime in order to awaken it. There's a lot of people that they have to do certain things and break certain curses in order to be who they is. And we can't stop that. I realize that with a lot of stuff. Like, you trying to stop someone from getting their ass kicked or stop someone from going through whatever they're going through in order to awaken it, then that's going to hinder you.
Yeah.
Because if that person don't get it the first, the third, the fourth, the fifth time, bro, they're going to have to keep going through it to get it. And that's what they have to go through. If they don't never get it, that's on them. Because the higher power, they gave us a choice. You can go left, right, up, or down. You got to deal with whatever consequences and lay in your bed, whichever way you go. But he gonna try to help you on that way. He gonna try to still guide you if you went the right way. But if you didn't, you're definitely gonna have to maybe turn around and make some other adjustments. And people don't want to change. People don't want to come to a fact that they the problem, because we so worried about, oh, what we've been through, who did this, who did that. But you're the problem. Nigga, you're fucking 40. You're still talking about what happened to you when you were 6. Like, we understand you could be hurt about it, but nigga, what are you doing now about it to make it better? Are you making sure that the kids that come behind you doing better, that they ain't going through the things? Are you making sure that you able to love the people the way that you want to be loved, so no person can ever say they felt like you? People don't understand that, because people just so stuck in everything else, stuck in the money, the bitches, the hoes, stuck in the trying to live. The trying to live part is hard. Everybody ain't living how they want to live, so people sad with themselves. And social media playing a part too of that. You seeing all these rappers and all these people flying out, You like, damn, I'm working, I still ain't getting nowhere. I still ain't wanting no vacation.
Hey, that's how it is. Man. Like you said, you spontaneous, so that what they want somebody, you know, with an LLC with some money, so they can just go hop on the plane and go somewhere.
Yeah, but it's like at the same time, still them people like that, they still ain't having no fun for real. Money is only another mask. That mask only lasts so long. That's why people, rappers and shit, they don't be happy. They tell you, like, I ain't happy. I just got money. Like, money, I realize the thing about it is, it's not money. It's the abundance. It's the craft. It's what you give out. Because if you doing what you came here to do and you doing your craft, you know, you giving out this love to people, you going to receive that back. You giving out good energy, you going to receive it back. Even if you have to go through some shit, you might have to go through it to understand it, but you still going to receive love in ways you might not understand. That's why abundance is way bigger than money. It could be a different forms of love, prosperity. Like, it's just more than all of that. And once people understand that your born gift is to have your own abundance, is to have your own freedom, to be free to do whatever you want to do, I think we'll be better. But we also have to make the choices to stand up for ourselves, because the way we living right now, we won't be able to live past that if we keep accepting it. We don't know how to go against it because we so used of it. We got to break the chain sometimes.
So do you feel like the way the world's going right now, would you be able to survive with your awakening?
Yeah. Because me personally, I'm the type of person, I always stock up. I always try to think. I'm the type of person, I be ready for shit like that. Like, I don't trust the government no way. Like, I be thinking any chance they gonna come up in here and be like, yeah, bitch, let's go ahead and everything. They already passed the Jim Crow law. Like, I don't trust these motherfuckers for a worth of damn. So me, I've always been hipped on something. I know that if it was to come down to it, I know how to make my own toilet tissue. I know how to make my own napkins. I know how to fucking, fish.
But what about housing though?
Housing. living off the land, I feel like it wouldn't be hard because I grew up in the country. Then at the same time, I do my stuff with like growing my little stuff. I might not grow big stuff like watermelon, but I don't grow my tomatoes, my cucumbers, onions, my seasoning, stuff like that. So I don't think it would be hard. And then I'm the type of person now where I stock up on stuff. So shit, if it was to happen right now, I'd be good for a good 6 months. I just need some good little protection. I might need somebody to come over and protect the little house a little bit, but I'll be fine because I do always think ahead of time, and I do understand that we always not gonna be living like this. Like the way times is going now, things gotta clash before it get better. The empire gotta fall before it be rebuilt up. And I feel like America, they in a karma stage. America done did so much bullying and so much taking, raping, beating, and you never think they gonna get it back.
Yeah.
This is our land and stuff like that, but people over it, they ancestors, they people, they got to be punished for it. And somehow we in that punishment. And we're being punished is because we have lost our way. We haven't been sitting over here doing the things we need to do, like coming together, learning how to cook, learning how to hunt, learning how to feed, learning how to have a community so we'll be able to barter and trade. We too selfish. We too focused on money, cars, and materialistic things. We don't want to come together. We don't want to be without. We don't want to stop having attachments to certain things. And that's why we be, what they say, cursed or whatever they want to say. That's why they feel like we cursed. We just ain't got no self-control.
Facts.
No discipline.
So, but that also come from the music, they idols, and just all the people they hire up. They know the information, but ain't sharing it.
And I'm saying these be the same people. They'll be telling you like, oh yeah, go do this. And then turn around and be like, oh yeah, I don't even do this. Like Cardi B, she don't let her kids listen to her music. You think her daughter know any of her songs? No. She keep them far away from that. Like,
come on now. Come on now.
You think so?
Yes, they all listen to
you think so? She said she don't let the kids listen to her songs.
But so why would you portray that image when you know you don't want your kids to go down that route?
Because it's for money.
So you basically selling your soul.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I know that.
Yeah, and I'm just saying they okay with that because you got to think about it. If someone was to come to you right now, I give you $3 million just to da-da-da-da. Before who you was on your journey. If you was to do that, you wouldn't have no problem with it. But once you got into it, you would be like, oh, yeah, I didn't know I was signing all this.
But what if I sold my soul to help my people?
It don't matter. You still went against the grain. You still think money rule everything. It don't. Once people understand that your gifts is always going to bring you money, we just want fast money. We just want big money. We just want all these luxury things. You can have these luxury things, but you got to do it with patience. You got to wait when it's your time. We ain't waiting on our time.
So no one can't take the greatest sacrifice for the community?
Only greatest sacrifice I seen people take is death. That's the only thing I seen. I feel like, yes, help people go to college is okay, but you ain't doing nothing but trying to put them in debt.
No, not college. Build a community. They say, boom, got them, I sign, I all everything I own. Boom, I get $3 million. What if I go buy a large percent of land and use like certain individuals to help evolve and grow this land? But
you done sold your soul.
But yeah, I'm making the greatest sacrifice for
you
everybody
think, but I'm saying you think when you sell your soul and they tell you what you gonna do and probably put your ass on the MK Ultra and all this other stuff, you think you're gonna be worried about buying some land to help everybody?
Sometimes you gotta make that sacrifice. It depends on the individual.
I feel like at the end of the day, if you was to be that person and that was to happen, you would have to be okay with your decision. That is a good decision. Now, if you gonna do that and sacrifice your soul to help everybody, then that's a good decision. So you do that for you. Hell no. Why not? I ain't doing that shit. Cause guess what? I'm gonna be unhappy with myself. Cause I already know what come with it. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in that entertainment life, my mama, she was a stripper. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done met Jamie Foxx before. So it's like I seen the stuff that they do. I done been around in certain places where I wasn't supposed to be around. Yeah. And then growing up being a party female and then going to college, and being in that area where I was with rappers when they first came out. You know what I'm saying? I was at these parties seeing all these things. Like, I was very aware of the things that was going on. It was just hell. I never had it happen like this, and shit is lit. I say something, all it go down the drain. But I was being around that, and I just seen how I see energy. I feel the energy. You can't be happy living that life all the time. You can't be happy having people control your life. You don't even know what you do the next day, but all these other people do. You don't even got control over your own bank account. That's not no. You gotta talk to 6 people before your pictures or video come out. Like I just want to post myself freely. I gotta worry about what I gotta say and what I gotta do so y'all don't look mad. I can't even put out my music. I can't even put out and do what I really want to do. Y'all want me to be preserved as this person. I don't want to be that. So I feel like at the end of the day, yeah, it'll be straight, but you won't never be able to have your control of your own life. I don't want to deal with it. I can't have control over my own life. So that means, nigga, I can't even go take a walk in the park. Like,
so you feel like you got control of your life right now?
Yeah.
So you can do anything you want to do right now?
No, I want to get up and take a vacation. No, I can't right now. That's itching my skin. But as far as...
Give me your vacation.
Nah, I'm talking about get up and see something different. Like, move away.
Copy on, get your whip. Just hit the road.
Yeah, but I realize as an adult and the things that I want to do, I have to be responsible. Now, the old me, yes.
You have no bounds. You have nothing attached to you. You have no kid.
Yeah.
You might have a significant other.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother, you try and get away from that. You have no boundaries to you. Nothing holding you back. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but nah, I ain't ready yet.
Money. You can get money however.
Yeah, but I ain't ready yet.
You ain't ready yet.
Because I feel like where I'm at right now, I'm learning. I'm not getting up and moving on things anymore. I'm sitting back and learning because I realize as we get older, these things kind of gonna get a little bit harder for us. I realize that, yes, having that mindset about things, yes, I can go away about stuff like that, but you have to plan shit out too. Like nowadays, especially me being a woman by myself, it'd be hard for me to get up and just move.
Yeah.
And how do I put this? The place that I want to be and the place that I plan on moving. If I was to move from here, it would be like I wouldn't move where I want to be yet. If I want to move, I want to move somewhere where I want to be, somewhere where I'm going to see myself being at, somewhere where I'm going to be able to be free. Like I want to be by water. So I need to be a place by water. So as of right now,
how you gonna want to be by a place by water when you're a fire sign?
So I'm a child of Yomaya. I'm a water child, honey. I'm a nature baby, but I'm a water child. I love water. I can't swim for worth a damn. Probably if I could swim, I'd probably go back home, honey. But I love water. Like it's just so much peace by the beach and peace just by the lake. Like I just love hearing the birds chirping, looking at the green, looking at the blue. Everything just made me at peace. And I realized my life is gonna be so much at peace. Well, I won't say so much at peace every day, but my life is really going to be peaceful when I move where I'm moving at.
Yeah.
I'm learning now that I went through my whole life. I would jump up and do stuff. I would move. Like you can't tell me nothing. I'm moving on it. I don't give a fuck. I'm young and I feel like I'm turned and I can do it. So I realized that I can't just up and move anymore in the stage that I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I got to have patience and I really have to think because I got shit I'm supposed to be doing. So I got time, but I ain't got all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. But nobody never ready though. Like you just gotta do stuff. Like you say, like
yeah, but I seen how it did me.
Of faith. Like,
yeah,
it gonna come with hardship, but as long as you doing it for the better of your life, yeah, you gotta take that leap.
But I realized that I'm in the chapter right now where that leap of faith that I'm doing, I can't leap in faith no more. Like leaping in faith right now is at like a setback for me.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, okay, I understand I need to leap in faith, but you have to do that here and there. You can't leap off of every idea you get, and that's my ass. I will leap off of every idea I get, and it's like, hold on. Like sometimes, you need to sit back and chill, but no, I'm leaping off of all that. But I realize now that like even me being older, where I want to be is traveling. I want to travel. I want to see the world.
Okay, well, I just said
I want to travel, see the world. Nah, I'll probably get an RV type shit. Like that's the type of shit I may be on soon. I ain't speaking on my manifestations, but I want to be somewhere where I'm going to countries. Like, but I'm not in a place right now where I learned enough for me to go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
I feel like right now where I'm at, and I know that it's a few more lessons for me to learn before I'll be able to just fully just take off. There's a few more affirmations I need to say. It's a few more things I need to get structured within my business and within like my life before I just take off and do that. Because right now we in the fucking inflation.
Hey, yeah, only for people that the inflation only for the people that care about material things.
Yeah. But then at the same time, me, if I'm flying everywhere,
Well, y'all fly. You
the
can drive.
tickets. Who tickets, baby? I can't drive.
But I'm
What we
saying,
driving
you missing everything. Like, it's a journey at the same time. Like, you gotta do the journey. You flying there where you missing so much stuff that you can drive and see.
I know.
Like you say, you love nature. You might see a big thing of grass. You know.
Let me drive you around for the day, and we gonna see. You go. We gonna see. I want to drive you around for the day, and we gonna see.
You can't drive for real. Like, what for shit?
No, I'm saying I could drive, but my driving ain't all that good. My driving ain't all that good, honey. It's straight though. I'm gonna get better at it. No, I said I got a couple lessons I need to learn, a couple things I need to learn before we get on that road.
So how old are you?
I'm 24 years old. Baby, I ain't get my license till I was 21.
But you still can't drive.
Who? I could drive, but baby, I can't drive with it good. I'm definitely move out the way. You see that Ford coming.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
What is you gonna move on anything? You plan on moving soon? You moving on something? You?
Well, I'm trying to go to the A. You feel me?
I'm trying to go to the A.
I don't like nature, but it just will help to better the business.
And see, like me, I feel like I got a business and I love doing podcasts. I love making videos. So it's like I'm stuck in between the go move by the beach and the city. Like, you know, maybe I need to experience the city a little bit before I just move. You know, I'm stuck in between. I'm torn in between the two.
But, okay, you vlog too. You know, you do your little stuff. I see your little YouTube and stuff. I feel like, you know, the water, see with the whole city thing, you know, music. Like, this is a music platform. You know, Atlanta is like one of the hub for music. Yeah. So with me moving up there will be a lot of good content. But you know, with the whole spiritual thing, But see, you don't need the city. No,
I'm saying yes. In Atlanta, you got to think in Atlanta it's deep. Like I can do like before I was even spiritual, I had my own business. I was doing pop up shops. That's shit I love to do. I love doing pop up shop for my business now down here. But it's like you won't have that many consumers. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta. In Atlanta, no. In Atlanta, it's more consumers.
You tell me you go down to Miami right now, you selling your shit, people go walk by and they were like, oh, okay, I'm interested in it. Oh, this is
No, them people probably they gonna look at it and shit. But I know Atlanta is the main consumer place. Like I have friends in Atlanta. I have people who do it. So me moving there, it would be a extra for me because guess what? I can go and it be people down there cooking. They have their own little vegan spots. Yeah. It's like little places for us to chill. I actually have people to go to do little picnics and walks in the trails and stuff. So it would be more for me in like the city because it would be me finding my own community. Yeah. But if I move somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? You never know. But I would love it. And I know it's something I'm going to be doing with down the past, my manifestations. But I know right now, like I said, more lessons to learn. Just like you with your business, like you got shit planned. I got the plan.
I'm working towards it. One thing I was interested in, the card thing. Like, you know, you were doing that at one point in time. You still doing it?
What, like readings, pulling people's cards? Yeah. Personally, no. What I do now, I feel like it works better for me because one thing I realized is that everybody's not going to be able to read everybody. Just because your intuition is strong and you can read a couple cards, that don't mean you need to be reading everybody, you know? And I realized with me, I have my own gifts. So with my gift and how I help people is way more than a reading. Like I can feel people's energy. I can feel what you're going through and tell you some shit. And yeah, we're going to move on that. We may need a couple affirmations and meditation. You may need a spiritual bath. But I'm going to give you the whole, like, mine is a whole package. Like, the way I do it is I talk to people. I feel the energy. I'm like, okay. And then I just get downloads just to say stuff. And they be like, how you know that? I'm just like, it just came out. But that's always been something for me. People be like, how you know that? Or why you said that? I'm just like, I used to be like, I don't know. It just came out. Like, that's one of my things. Like, that just came out thing. That's me. Like, you'll be like, why you say something like that? And I'm just like, that's a divine talking. They wanted me to tell you that.
So with the cards are just intuitions.
No, because you're calling on people's energy. You're pulling on their energy. You're calling on their spiritual team to give them a message. So it's way more than, I wouldn't say it's way more. They're both the same thing. But me personally, I try not to get stuck to cards because if you're a real person who does real readings and you're going to be able to speak with spirit, that's what we're always supposed to work with. But it's good to use divinization as a way to conform things too.
Yeah, because you just, I don't know. So do you do palm readings?
Palm readings? What is a palm reading?
No, I'm talking about when people read the palm and
that junkish.
I'm just asking all the
No,
little.
bro. Like I know which each lines are mean, but I just don't be like, let me see a palm so I can get reading. Like, nah. I feel like that's some movie shit.
That's some movie shit.
When I see palm readings, it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's a way. Like those are readings, but it's not something that I would just do. If anything, I'm more into like astrology, your chart, like numerology. I'm into like herbs, incense, candles, getting in the water, learning about the different like ancestors came before us. That's the shit that I like. And I like mind, astral projecting, those type of things, like the unknown, the unseen. I'm trying to learn about the things that we wouldn't even talk. Like stuff about like basically symbolization and occult things. That's what I'm on. I'm trying to learn the alchemist game so I can go ahead and beat it.
That's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be an alchemist.
You got to learn all the occult stuff. And once you do, you're going to be like, am I going crazy? It's going to be so much. You ain't gonna be able to come back from it, bro. And once you see the symbolization and you see why they do the way they do things, social media, artists from with colors, and they might not even know that they doing it, but it'd be the dressers, it'd be the people above them making the moves, the artist labels, like, the record labels, they making the moves. Like once you see all the things, you see how the energy starts transmuting. Like last year, I just seen a lot of symbolization, a whole bunch of red, and it's just like, okay, I see why it was a siren energy, that root chakra energy that's bringing in this year. A lot of that rock hard, like get on your shit energy. Like it be a lot of stuff once you open your mind into that. It do get a lot too, because you be like, man, am I going crazy? But you ain't going crazy. You just crazy looking right now.
So like one, with the whole religion thing, you know how people like you gotta be this, gotta be that. I stepped away from Christianity like a long time ago, but I symbolize myself as a philosopher. As a philosopher, I take what sounds good to me and try to import it into my life.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing about this journey. And people don't understand. People like even when we have certain people telling us things, but we know that they bots or they agents. Bro, take the message and don't shoot the messenger, but take the message. Because one thing about this world and one thing about spirituality and one thing about how the universe works is you have to tell on yourself. Yeah. You can't manifest things. You can't put things out to this universe, especially with like holidays and those things like that. You can't be able to manifest or pull on the energy and transmute it if you don't tell. Because that's not how the system works, the spiritual system works. You have to let people be aware that these things are going on. That's why we have movies. It's just a movie. No, it's not. Because who the fuck put this up out their ass? Yeah. And it helps manifest. It helps push the energy. So, yeah. I just lost for words on that one. But yeah, that's all I had to say about that.
But do you feel like people use, being spiritual as a cop-out?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people think they spiritual, but people don't understand they be going through spiritual psychosis too. Like people think they spiritual, but they be mentally ill. Like, girl, you was not seeing shit. Girl, ain't nobody hates you. Girl, something wrong with you. Like you got in here and you just thinking, no, it ain't that. And I do feel like since it is a trend, a lot of people jump on it. And then once they see what it is, they like, oh, fuck no. Like, I got it. Bitch, what? I got to take accountability. What? Like, I got to do shadow work. What? Like, what? I'm seeing shit. I'm be what? Like, I got to connect with who the dead? Like, what? Like, people don't be with that. That's why I said, like, our people, they be so fear-mongered that they don't want to try something. Like, I was always the type of person, like, I ain't listen to nothing they talk about. Like, anybody be like, oh, don't fuck with her. I'm like, man, I'm finna go fuck with her because I ain't finna study none of that shit you talking about. Like, I've always been the person to find out things on my own, to experience things on my own. That's why a person can't tell me nothing, because I'll be like, bruh, I know if it's for me or not. And if I don't, I'm finna go find out if it's for me or not. Yeah. So I feel like our people, they're scared of that. And then people just think they come in as they seeing spirits, as demons, No, you a demon. You got demons. Like, you ain't no better than that demon you trying to sit up here and talk about. Because demons can be good too, bro. Angels can be the worst. Motherfuckers have seen an angel before. That motherfucker is not pretty. Like, everything that's good has bad. Everything that's bad is good. So I just feel like we just so anything that I feel like the government or anybody tries to be like, oh, it's bad, 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 I'm finna go see what it's about. Because I know we've been lied to our whole life. Christopher Columbus ain't discovered shit. Nigga, we been here. Yeah. We was traveling. We the ones who taught y'all how to wash y'all ass and brush y'all teeth. We the ones who taught y'all how to trade money and get up and do this. Y'all just use it against us. Y'all caught us at the wrong time. We did not expect us. Expect that.
So, yeah, and I've been watching your story, too. You be like, oh, you be talking bad on white folks.
I wouldn't say talking bad. I would just say that they need to know their place. Me personally, from my past, I don't have a good past with white people. I mean, I grew up, my aunties and them, they was white and shit, but I don't consider that. But I say outside people, I have not had good experience with white people. I have not had a good experience with the police, the news, and them happen to be white owned. Them happen to be by white people. And I feel like I've seen the way they do business. I've seen the way that they work with people. I don't like it. I feel like them are some people who, them creatures within them that's born in them. They always got that nasty in them. And sometimes I do be going in. I do. But I certain times it's hard for me to let go of grudges, especially when it comes to that. When I've seen as a unity that y'all just use y'all color against it. Y'all think y'all better.
But they are descendants of us, though.
I wouldn't say they descendants of us.
Why you say that?
I don't believe they came from us.
Why you say that? Asian people came from us.
Yeah, them are melanated people. And Caucasians do not come from us. They don't have one strain of melanation in them. Every other race does. Yeah, I don't know where they came from. They ain't come from us. I don't believe they came from us. People be like, no, them motherfuckers was in a cave somewhere. Something happened. They was in a cave somewhere. They came out, and we helped them. Them things is not from us. And I really do truly believe that them things was created among something else. Something was out there fucking and created that thing. It wasn't us. You got to think about it. It's the way how they look, the way they procreate, the way that they age. It's not normal.
So why whenever a black person have intercourse with a white person, the black genes take over?
Because we are the race. We are the beings. We will sit here. It when we as the people. Like, we always been the people. How you think a melanated woman is able to carry so many different forms of kids and have all different races? A melanated woman can mate with any race, and that baby still gonna come out melanated. That baby still gonna come out with mostly all the melanated traits, that strength from that DNA. Because we are God. We are God kids. We are made from God. That 666 is not nothing to play with. They don't have 6 proteins, nutrients. They don't have none of that. They need us. We don't need them. We could survive without them. And that's the thing. That's why I be telling people, like, don't get me wrong. I feel like now they be doing their thing. They be trying to do their little thing, apologizing and shit, you know. But at the same time, I feel like with them, they don't understand that they're the minority. We've always been the bigger part because we've been able to procreate for so long. And no matter what, I don't care who we mate with, we always going to be the main gene. It's always going to be some melanated in us. That's because all these other genes is except for them. They don't have none of that in them at all. That's why they act the way they do. That's why they look the way they do.
Nah, I was saying because, like, every gene got, a part of us in them, and then once they do come back to the original DNA, it just mix.
We wasn't supposed to mate with them. We ain't supposed to be mating with them. And I still stand on that. Mating with them makes our genes weaker. That's why we are so traumatized from them. Nah. And I wouldn't even say, like, from my personal standpoint, but I really think that is some real stuff because when we procreate with them, it don't never end well. And I just feel like as a whole with them, they got a lot of work they need to do on the inner self that they ain't doing. They ain't been doing.
I don't know.
You like,
So, what you got coming up next?
I'm just focused on my business, really, and focus on my business and focus on, like, the things I want to do and just being happy. Like, I'm at a point now where I really just want to be free with things I'm willing to experience, and it's time for me to have my foot on my neck, really. Like, and I mean that with everything. Like, I'm the type of person, I'm open to do anything. But I noticed that when you go through things, sometimes you lose yourself. And not lose yourself in a bad way, but sometimes you lose the certain things that you need to be doing. And that's why you got to step back from it and analyze it and be like, okay, I went bad about it this way. Let me come back again. So I feel like I'm like that in the chapter of my life now. Like, I'm ready to be my own lover. I'm going to be my own friend, be my own bully, like I was saying, be my own best friend. Like, I'm at that point now where I'm doing all of that to myself and by myself because I realize that I'm not as good as I thought I was. And not in a bad way. I'm a great person. But it's certain things I keep attracting. It's certain things that I keep allowing. It's certain things that I keep repeating that I know it's me. And it's time for me to sit back with myself and actually have that time with myself and stop going out here thinking that if I meet this person or I go and do this, that things is going to change. I learned that I have to stop suppressing things. And I do. I regret it too. but shut up. You understand it because I'm an Aries. Yeah. But I realized that in order for me to be the person who I need to be, I need new problems. The same lessons I'm going through, the same problems, I'm tired of them. I need new problems. And that's how I know in my life that I'm ready to elevate because the problems I got now, they making me bored. I ain't with them no more. I need new things. New air. New everything. New hair.
Yeah. Doing new everything.
What might cut it off? You don't know.
But your business though, what is your business specifically? Like, what do you do? Even though I said that word wrong.
Okay.
So what is your business directly?
Okay, so my business is called Just the Creator because I feel like you are the creator of your reality. And like these, I sell like my head turbans. And I love wearing turbans because people don't understand that your aura, your crown is always under attack from known and unknown. They spray so many chemtrails. We deal with so much mentally. We never cleanse. Like back in, in our culture, they used to wrap their heads. They used to cleanse and wrap their heads, especially around different seasons or you're going out around a lot of people. And I'm an empath. And other people don't understand that the energy that they dealing with, and sometimes when they react a certain type of way, it's not them. It ain't always you.
Yeah.
It may be the person that you're dealing with, their energy, they fuck their energy into you, they don't put the energy off you, or you've been at work around thousands of people and now all that energy onto you. People don't understand that you have to start having a spiritual hygiene. And that's what my business is letting you realize that whatever's going on with you, you are able to fix that. You go to a doctor, they tell you right now, I don't know what's wrong with you. You can come to me tomorrow and I tell you everything. It's more of just looking at the outer. You got to go on the inside because the inside is what manifests to the outside. If you don't love yourself on the inside, that shit is going to show on the outside. So my business is to let people know, like, it's okay, but you got to keep a G with yourself. You got to realize that sometimes you may need a spiritual cleanse. Sometimes you may need to wrap your head for a little bit. Sometimes you may need to cleanse your calling and, cleanse your gut because you've been doing this shit for 20 years. You need a break. Your body need a break, and that's okay. And I feel like with my business, especially from, when I say I was a party girl, I was doing this and that, people are able to feel me more because they seen that shit. Yeah. And they like, damn, how she changed her life? Damn, how she doing all of this? Damn, why she look like this? Her skin glowing, she doing all of this. She working out. Like, let me see what she talking about. I feel like it motivates people because a lot of people don't understand that they have the same thing I have within me, that God-given gift. They got God within them. They got their ancestors' strength within them. They just ain't been through something to wake them up. And sometimes seeing other people or me constantly posting the stuff I post, I have texts from plenty of people. They be like, bro, I come to you because I know you've been on this for so long because I stick to it. And I didn't let myself, I let myself get knocked off of it just a little bit. But I had to remember that this is me. And it ain't easy being a person who helping break generational curses. It ain't easy being Jessica. It was never easy for me. So why stop now? I got a gift and God gave me the opportunities to talk here and be in other places where I'm able to spread what he want me to spread. Because if he didn't, I wouldn't be here. Yeah. So I do feel like that is very important. So with my business, I feel like my affirmations, my hair wraps, my herbs. I help people heal eczema, paralysis. I give people herbs to realign their gut. I talk about sea moss. I tell people how, angel numbers and astrology plays a big part in it. I tell people, about Mercury retrograde and how the transits play in your mood. Like Mercury retrograde, stay to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Mind your damn business. That shit helps people because if a person don't even believe in it, when they see all this shit going on and you just said this shit, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? They're gonna be like, she crazy, but that crazy shit right. Let me go listen to her ass, And sometimes it's how you say it, not how you do it. Like, I could say something in a way that a person would just be like, damn, I ain't think about that. Because it's my wordplay and how I'm feeling your soul and how I'm using what I know, but I'm also come from that hood, so I feel you. Yeah. So I feel like just the creator, it just explains that like you really are the creator of your reality. Like God gave you them left, right, up and down choices. Like us as melanated people, we lack knowledge, and that's why we stuck where we at. We lack resources. That's why when everybody want to sell a CPN the PPP loan with the way it did, these white folks been doing that. They just kept it to themselves. But we on Facebook talking about some $500 for a CPN loan. We don't know how to keep shit to ourselves. Our resources, we lack resources because we want to give it out for money. We want to give it out for the sole purpose for how it could benefit the community. We just trying to money. Yeah. You have to realize that when you get older, I realize that money ain't everything, bruh. If you're not happy with yourself, you could have $1 million in your account. You still gonna feel like shit. Who want to feel like, when I feel like shit, I'll be like, damn, motherfuckers walk around feeling like this for years. This shit hurt. Everybody don't get that feeling. They get immune to that shit. Yeah. You can't get immune to that shit at all.
So tell the people your social media once again. So
okay. My Facebook and Instagram is Mrs.Abundance and Just So Raw on TikTok. So y'all go follow me. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. And I enjoyed talking to y'all. And thank you for allowing me to come on here. I really did enjoy it.
I appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Even though I ain't really get to ask the question, I really want to ask. I'm really just going off what you're saying. But with that, man, I appreciate everyone for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And with that, man, we out. Peace.
Bye-bye. I was nervous.